Does your hair feel great on wash day, but then by day 2 or 3 your curls fail, your hair feels weighed down, it's greasy, your volume is flat? Then this video is for you. There are so many different factors as to why your hair is greasy, weighed down, and why it feels that way. This is not a "my hair is oily" problem, especially for low porosity hair. It's most likely a product weight problem. So I'm gonna walk you through the 5 different signs so that you can know if your hair products are too heavy for your low porosity hair. Welcome back to Colorlicious. My name is Xaveriyaa, and on this channel I make natural hair content so you can confidently thrive in your natural curls. And if you are here to find a solution as to why your hair always feels greasy and weighed down, this is the video for you. Enough talking, let's get into it. The first sign is that your hair is shiny only from the products, but not from your actual hair health. The difference between a healthy hair strand and a strand that's just coated in product, there are a few differentiating factors. When you just visibly look at a healthy hair strand, you can tell that the hair is shiny. You can just tell that it's healthy. It has bounce, it has volume, it's not weighed down. Also, when you touch the hair, it's normally soft, and you shouldn't really feel or have any residue on your hands after touching your hair. Let's use my low porosity hair as an example. With a consistent moisturizing schedule, this is what my hair continuously looks like every single day. It's healthy, it's shiny. And then when I touch my hair, it's soft. And then also, there is no residue on my hands. Whereas if you touch hair that's coated in product, not only will you be able to feel the product lingering on your fingers afterward, you can visibly see it. Also, if the hair is not fully cleansed and it has product buildup, you will be able to see flakiness or even the product dried up on top of the hair cuticle. But this is where a lot of people get it wrong. They just think, oh, your hair looks healthy, so it must be healthy. No. This was me. I had the length, I had the shine, but my hair was not healthy. And I ended up getting about 3 inches cut off because of my poor hair health. Low porosity hair is more prone to product buildup because we have tightly closed hair cuticles. So just imagine closed blinds or shingles on a roof. When you try to spray or pour water on some closed blinds, what's going to happen? The water is going to slide right off and go everywhere else but inside the hair cuticle. So this is why using heavy hair products, especially if you have low porosity hair, just makes it a lot more difficult for other products to actually absorb into the cuticle. A clarifying shampoo's job is to get rid of all of that product buildup. And this is super important, especially during wash day, so then you can start your new hairstyle with a clean slate. I actually created a free hair care guide so that you can mix and match products to actually help your hair thrive. This is great, especially if you're getting back into your natural hair care journey or if you just don't know where to start. I will leave that linked in the description below. The second sign is that day 2 hair actually feels worse than first day hair. Imagine this. It's wash day, you're shampooing your hair feels hydrated, your curls are defined, everything is fine, right? But then everything collapses by the 2nd or 3rd day. That is usually a sign that the products are just sitting on top of your hair and not actually absorbing into your cuticle. I have experienced this plenty of times, and now I know which products to use on each specific hairstyle that I like to do. But hear this, I did a braid out, and I thought it was going to be the best braid out ever because my hair was shiny, it was soft, all the things, right? No. I took my braids down, and that hairstyle was literally the most greasiest weighed down style I have ever done in a while. Oh my goodness, my hair was so greasy to the point where my face, you can see the grease all on my face. And that just let me know that the product did not soak into my hair cuticles. I ultimately had to literally just shampoo my hair all over again because everything I touched was just greasy. I'm leaving all of my greasy fingerprints everywhere. My hair was so weighed down, you can just tell that my curls clumped together. Not my choice. By the 2nd day, my curls fell. I had to shampoo my hair again because it was just all bad. The 3rd sign is that your wash day feels way more occurring than usual. For me personally, I prefer to shampoo my hair roughly every 2 weeks. And I also deep condition every single wash day. But if you feel like you fully have to strip your hair almost every week just to get things back at a good starting point, that is definitely buildup accumulating way faster than it should be. But let's dive a little deeper into the buildup cycle. You apply your heavy product, then the product does not absorb, so therefore the product just sits on top of your hair strand, and lastly trapping the next layer of product on top of the other layer that has now been built up. And then we're just going to repeat and repeat. I definitely recommend that if you are ever experiencing any buildup, you always want to go in with a clarifying shampoo. I promise you, I will keep saying this until I am purple in the face, but it is something that I definitely abide by even in my own hair care routine. A clarifying shampoo does a really great job with stripping away all of that product buildup, so then you're not accumulating product layer on top of product layer on top of product layer. But this goes way more beyond just a clarifying shampoo. You also have to make sure that the products that you're using are lightweight. This does not mean that you use lightweight products and then don't shampoo your hair for about a month. No, the product is still going to build up. But with you and the lightweight products working together, you are essentially eliminating how fast that build-up layer builds. You essentially want to keep everything minimized up until your next wash day. I definitely have a handful of recommendations of shampoos, leave-ins, and even stylers that I completely abide by. I will leave all of those in the description below. Your fourth sign is that you are using protein-based products, but not actually using them sparingly. With low porosity hair, I'm not saying that we don't need protein, but we don't need it as much compared to as the high porosity girlies. What the heck is protein and what does it do for our hair? And no, I'm not talking about the type of protein that the gym gurus talk about. I'm talking about the protein that is going to help strengthen and also prevent breakage for our curly strands. Just think of protein as reinforcing our hair cuticles, just making them stronger. However, you have to be very careful with products that may have protein in them. Now, yes, some products are not going to be blasted on the label saying, I have protein in it. So this is where your due diligence and your research becomes handy. Heavy protein formulas on top of a product that has already been sitting on top of your hair can compound into that stiff coated feeling instead of fixing it. And you also have to be careful because you can push your curls into a protein overload, and too much protein leads to dry, brittle, rough, and snap prone hair, which is not what we're about to do over here, honey. I also experienced a protein overload. I would do a protein treatment almost every single month. But this was when I really didn't fully understand low porosity hair, and I just thought that my curls were damaged. So I was trying any and everything under the sun so that I can have a successful wash and go. Honey, no. I was overdoing the protein treatments to the point where I made my hair more damaged and more dry than it already was. And when I say damaged, I'm speaking in the sense of I was not as consistent with my deep conditioning. I wasn't consistent with my leave-in conditioners and oiling my hair either. So adding all that inconsistency on top of the product buildup from the protein treatments on top of a protein overload, I was down bad. A lot of people also misread this as, oh, my hair just hates protein. No, honey, it's really your hair is already overloaded with protein. The last sign that you are using too heavy products for your low porosity hair is that you can visibly see the product on your fingertips. And this is not just when you're manipulating your hair, when you're detangling or when you're styling your hair. I'm talking about even if you just touch it briefly. It's like, ew, what's that on my hands? This can range in a few different consistencies. You will be able to see a visible white waxy texture on your fingertips, or really if you're not able to see it on your fingertips, you will definitely see it in your comb or on your brush. But it's more visible once the product has really solidified on top of your hair cuticle. So this may be a couple of days after you did your style and washed your hair. But this is also what a lot of people tend to miss. When your products don't mix well together, this not only causes flakiness, but it also causes product buildup.
You're kind of like, okay, so how am I going to determine whether or not my products work well together?
Let me show you. I mainly do this only with my leave-in conditioners and my stylers. I don't do this with my deep conditioner or shampoos because this is getting rinsed out. Now, you don't mix a lot. I only maybe take half of a penny size of each product to mix it together. And you can do this on the back of your hand or in the palm of your hand. You're going to take your, let's just say you have a leave-in conditioner and then you have a butter that you just bought and you want to use it. I tend to do this whenever I'm trying new products together. So you're just going to take about a little bit of product of both and you put it on, you know, either side, and then you're gonna mix it together. If the consistency instantly becomes chalky, you might even get little beady balls, or if it's just clumpy and it just looks disgusting and it just looks clumpy, don't use those products together. You are bound to putting yourself into a flaky situation. However, if the products mix together seamlessly and it's a nice, smooth, silky texture, those products are good to work together. If you made it this far, let's actually talk about the switch that you need to make to avoid using these heavy products on your hair. Like I mentioned before, you need to make your switch to lightweight products. Any hair products that has water first on the ingredient list is an immediate grab. You also want to be more drawn to humectant involved formulas. Humectants are going to pull moisture out of the air, in turn pulling that moisture into your hair cuticles. Some humectants that you can look out for would be glycerin and honey. I'm never saying don't use a hair butter or a cream ever again. I definitely encourage it because I still use butters and creams, but I use them sparingly. I definitely recommend that you find a light butter or a cream, and you also use that butter or cream in smaller amounts. You don't need to use a whole palm size on one section. Use a small amount. I also want to preference the importance of thoroughly rinsing out your hair. Going back to wash day, you need to make sure that you are thoroughly rinsing out your hair, even before you think about putting a dab of shampoo in your hair. When I get in the shower, I instantly let the water run through my hair. Not only am I opening up my hair cuticles, but I'm also just briefly rinsing out all of the product that has been in my hair since the previous wash day. And you also want to make sure that you're thoroughly rinsing out your shampoos when you're done, and you're thoroughly rinsing out your deep conditioner after you're done deep conditioning. Because again, you just want to make sure that you're thoroughly rinsing so that you're not adding on top of the product buildup in the future. My go-to leave-in conditioner would be the Naturally Azelia Moisturizing Leave-In Conditioner, also paired with her moisturizing hair cream. Oh my goodness. Not only is this a Black-owned brand, but both of these products are immensely lightweight. And I love it. I just love how lightweight these products are, because not only am I avoiding product buildup, they moisturize my hair so well. I'm gonna leave them linked in the description box, because if you don't take anything else away from this video, you have to go grab both of those lightweight products. You have made it to the end, and you now know the 5 signs to determine if the hair products that you're using is too heavy for your hair. But before we go, let's do a rapid fire. Your hair is shiny not from your hair health, but from the product. Your second day after wash day feels horrible. You feel the need to shampoo your hair at least once a week. Your products have way too much protein in them. You can visibly see the product on your finger or in your hair tools. Now, throughout the video, if you recognize that you have at least 2 or 3 of these signs, just know that it is not you, it's not your hair, it's your products. My free natural hair guide is linked down below for a full list breakdown and also product recommendations on how to care for your natural hair. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like so that other natural hair girlies can also know the signs if they're using heavy products or not. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date to all of my natural hair videos that I push out in the future. And let me know in the comments if you are relating to any of these signs that we talked about today. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.